Hey, you wait a minute. Okay. All right. So, welcome to the Purple Sticky Podcast, episode 13. Happy Thanksgiving. Um, it's just me, baby. So, how are you? Did you have Thanksgiving? Did you not? I Somebody said turkeys have herpes. I don't know. Do you know about that? Did you or did you not eat turkey? Tofurkey? What did you eat? Anyway, I had turkey. I already fell asleep. I got drunk. We're gonna do it all over again. I got Snoop Rose right here. Anyway, so before we get going, if you don't know this, Purple Sticky EP, $6 on our website, link in bio on Instagram. All right, check that out. You want to get that before the price goes up in the new year. Check that out, people. Link in bio, Instagram. Okay, without further ado, tonight's gonna be a different night. But I do have a guest. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's the never soggy, always crunchy, the Chinese takeout cowboy, my producer, Rob Wilds. What's up, Rob? You like that intro?
Shit. Sorry, goddamn, that one bit me right in the lung.
It gave me a contact cough. So, happy Thanksgiving, Rob.
You too, my man.
I called you the Chinese takeout cowboy.
Yep. Spending Thanksgiving alone this year, brother.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Makes me-
That's why you're here with me. So Rob's going to be hanging out with us tonight, and we are going to. Hey, what the hell happened? Okay, we're just going to share some stories tonight. I thought it'd be interesting to me and Rob know each other, but I thought we could share stories we would probably share off the air while we're on the air.
Hell yeah.
Since Rake's not here and we don't have a guest. By the way, big show next week. We're gonna cap off the whole Stoned Age, whatever the hell I'm doing here because I'm just such a fan. Series of episodes. So Michael Coppola, Bradford Tatum, Renee Allman, and both writers from the Stone Age will be joining us next week. Was that December 2nd? I'm pretty sure it's December 2nd. So join us December 2nd for fucking 5 guests. Let's see how I can handle that. It should be pretty kick-ass. We're gonna one of the writers, I don't want to confuse the names, so I'm not gonna say them at all, but one of the writers took part in writing the movie Airheads as well as the movie Beer Money, and he fits in right with us. So I'm glad that he can join us. So that's next week, December 2nd. But anyway, to get right into this, so I think the first thing I want to talk about is we'll both share a story each about a certain topic. So I was thinking,
All right. And by the way, we didn't talk about this shit at all. This is all like just off the cuff stuff. This is my favorite kind of podcasting. Real shit.
So me and Rob were talking like not like an hour ago, and I was like, no, I'm not doing the show tonight. Nah, I might change my mind. I don't know. Well, here we are. I don't want to let you down because I think everybody's on that tryptophan and they can't move right now. So hopefully you want to look at my ugly ass and maybe get a laugh tonight. I don't know. Nothing's really on, except actually a lot of shit dropped. FS for Families on Netflix, and
it's the last season, huh?
Right. And then there was this, it was a pretty decent movie, 8-Bit Christmas. That shit was decent, based in the 80s and getting a Nintendo console. I like that. And then fucking what's it, Hawkeye on Disney just dropped. That should be the shit. So yeah, I'll be watching a bunch of shit right now. But okay, so back to the topic. I was gonna be watching stuff instead of doing our podcast tonight. But no, I figured we'd try, I can't give up on everybody. I want to just try and have fun with you. So guys, the first thing me and Rob are going to talk about, we're going to share a story about, it doesn't have to be specifically any type of prerequisite, but the first time we went on a type of tour. Okay, so I'm going to start this off. The first like tour I went on, I'll say even as an adult, wasn't even like performing. It was just to I was doing a test launch of a clothing line for skateboarding, and I'm still working on it called Lightly Toasted Skateboards. And I had a bunch of stuff set up, like photo shoots and a bunch of different meetings and stuff, and in Westchester, Pennsylvania. So, two buddies of mine joined me, and we went out to Westchester. It was, let's take it easy. Let's do a weekend tour. So we go out there, and everything's going smooth. We're hitting all the spots we need to make. We're dropping off, you know, clothing, showing people, hey, there's this brand out you don't even know about. It's probably going to be in your face in the future. So um, we have a very successful first day, and then I think I was even recording. It's when I started my rap career. Went to the studio the next day. Well, the first night we went to this hotel, and um, my buddy that I was with, he smoked cigarettes. And if you don't have anything to smoke and you're not a cigarette smoker and you did smoke cigarettes, you'll be like, hey, give me a cigarette. I'm bored. So I went and smoked a cigarette outside with him. It was like November. It was like right this time that, yeah, November 2019. And we go out to the smoking area, and there's this old man sitting on a bench playing on his phone in shorts and a t-shirt, and it's cold out. And I go, Jeremy, look, can you take a picture of this? And I go, and he starts zooming in and he starts laughing. And the guy's balls are just hanging out of his shorts. Okay. On the bench. And I was like, oh my God, like only in Westchester. Let's get a picture of this. I'm like, you know what I mean? And little did I know that like he was gonna talk to me. We became friends. I mean, within maybe an hour, I bought him an ice cream and we talked about the future, you know what I mean? Of Candy Crush. That's what he was playing. We talked about the future of Candy Crush. And he thought the possibilities were endless. And I thought that was dreamy. That even though he was talking about an app and his balls were hanging out of his pants, this man was still looking forward at something.
Even with
And
his balls
you
out.
know, and so I realized, the bench that we're sitting on was his castle. And he tried to stab me, but at least he was cute. So, what's your story about on tour?
Uh, Jesus. Well,
Can't top that, right?
my first tour, I was just a little baby in the wrestling business. But there was a promoter. His name was Roy Shire, but he was like the big dick promoter in California. Snoop. So he was doing this quick little 3 week, 3 days a week, quick tour. And he goes, "Sure, I'll take Ted DeMarco." He goes, "Sure, I'll take your kid on. He could be just the meat guy, just the curtain jerker." So I'm the guy who goes out every night, first match, gets my ass whooped all over town, and then the show goes on. And I was so goddamn excited to be on one of Roy Shire's tours. I was like, "Yes, I will be your meat guy every night." So for the first like 5 shows, I went out there and made these guys that I was wrestling with. And like Roy brought the bang with him, man. He brought all the lights and the sounds and all the bells and whistles, and only hired good wrestlers. He was very strict on who he would bring on. But I'm making these guys look great. Whoever it is, it's always somebody new, just somebody to go out there and smack around the new guy. And Jimmy Valiant was the big name on the thing. And Jimmy Valiant's guy got hurt. So he couldn't do it anymore. And we're like, oh, I wonder who they're gonna switch this up with. I'm excited, man. I'm part of the backstage on this tour. I get to see the inside shit, man. I'm into it. And then he goes, well, tonight I wanna work with DeMarco's guy. And he points at me. I said, you want to wrestle me? And I started laughing, dude, because I'm waiting for the punchline. Like, yeah, there's an end game here. And he's like, no, yeah, I know you won't hurt me. I want to work with you tonight. You just go out there and listen to me. and we're going to do good. Now all of a sudden, everybody going, I just went out there and got beat up already. I was the opening match. I went back, I changed, I showered, I was ready to get on with my night. And they're like, no, go get dressed again. Terrified. I'm pissed scared. This is Mr. Boogie Woogie. This is Jimmy Valiant. So we get in the ring and I am fucking like laser focused, except for I'm laser focused on the crowd and their reactions really more than the match. And I am just fucking up. I'm making it look like I never even went to school. I'm doing so bad. Finally, Jimmy whips me into the corner, comes in, and he clotheslines me right across the mouth in the corner. Bam! Grabs me by my ear and pulls me in and says, "Do I have your fucking attention?" I was like, yeah. He goes, "Forget about them. It's just you and me. Let's just work. You can do this. Because if you fuck up again, I'm going to break your arm." I was like, huh. And the threat of Jimmy Valiant breaking my arm, like, he was old back then. If you really want to get down, fuck Jimmy Valiant up. But so I did. Then all of a sudden it turns into this 5-star match. And now the rest of this tour, I'm the new main eventer with Jimmy.
Who knew?
That was my first tour.
All it took was a little bit of heavy petting and a little bit of mean flirting.
Here's another really good one real quick is after we did our first night, Valiant's like, "Come on, kid, you're riding with me." I thought he meant we're riding to the next town. No, we're riding now, going to all the bars in the city. Because Jimmy...
Wow, he wanted to fucking test you.
His gimmick was his reality. Like Boogie Woogie Jimmy Valiant hits the town every night and parties. That's who he really is.
Suicidal.
And he gets this joint that was laced with cocaine. And we're sitting in the back of this place smoking it. And a cop comes walking back. Motherfucker took this joint, flipped it inside of his mouth, managed to put it out somehow with the wetness in his mouth, and tucked it back in his cheek. The cop came and talked to us, said it smells like drugs. He patted us down, didn't have it. The whole time Jimmy's just snickering. And he pulled it out of his cheek, and the fucker was still dry, except for the end that was lit. I said, "How'd you do that?" He goes, 40 years on the road, kid.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's talent.
Yeah.
That's talent.
Saw the cop coming and just with his tongue flipped it back in his own mouth.
Huh.
I'm going.
So check this out. So that same little weekend tour, I was in Westchester in 2019. Things were going so well. Me and my buddy Jeremy were like, "Hey, you know what? Let's celebrate that things are getting accomplished." And generally, when I have friends with me that are helping me out, they've never done things that I'm doing. So when they're a part of it, they're like overly excited and they're just so happy that I let them be a part of it. So I had this guy who was like, I guess he was like 6'2", 6'3", and maybe like 2 of me wide. And he was just like excited and giddy like a schoolgirl just to be a part of like what we were doing. And like it was just funny, like, because you see him and you're like, oh, don't fuck with him. But if you talk to him, he's like, oh, it's so excited. Ooh, should I have my hood on? Should I have my hood off? And so we went to the bar to celebrate having, success with everything we were doing with the skate company and then recording a song. I won't say who because I don't like that motherfucker anymore that I recorded with. But anyway,
fuck that guy anyway.
He's a dude. First, so this guy just like ghosted me when he found out that I had a tiny little bit of talent, and then he wrote a song about me called Parasite, and I was like, "You've only known me for like 3 months," and so the last thing I ever said to this guy was, "I'll consider that shots fired," and the only thing he ever said to me was, "Shots fired at what?" But anyway, so we go to this bar in Westchester called Kildare's, and we got there around 5. on, I think, a Saturday. And we were the first people at the bar. This is a college town, so we got there before the college kids hit it. And we were good business. I think we were maybe 6 beers in, and then finally, like, the place got packed. Football teams, whole fucking college campuses were at this motherfucker. They had this outdoor patio where you could smoke, and I had a vape pen so I could smoke weed. And I go out there, and everybody's just fucking wasted. And I see this door. Nothing's written on the door. It doesn't say do not enter. Doesn't say shit. And I see this guy go back there, and he comes back out, and everybody's like having a good time, and he's making everybody laugh. So I find out, uh, like, I was like, maybe I should go do this, vape this shit over there on the other side of that door. Well, I did that, and I didn't know they were watching me on camera. So, and there was no way you could exit the establishment from this like blocked off alley. Well, anyway, long story short, this guy that was wasted thought he was my friend, and he didn't even know my name, and he kept putting his arm around me, and I kept like throwing his arm off of me, and then like when I went back into the bar, like him and his friends didn't even know where I was. The place was so packed, and so I go back to the bar, and I get a fresh beer, and my bodyguard friend's like, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back. So I'm drinking this beer, and I see across the bar, Rob, I kid you not, it was like a whole football team, and they were just staring at me. And I was like, shit. You know what I mean? I was like,
Ruby-doo.
I was like, fuck, like these guys, for some reason, are gonna want a piece. And I was like, and I'm not gonna win this one, but I'm not gonna go down without a fight. So I made sure like I held on to like an extra bottle. And so anyway, it wasn't them. They were looking at me because they saw what was coming behind me. So security comes up behind me, big motherfucker, hand on my shoulder. Can I talk to you outside? I was like, no, why? You talk to me right here. He's like, I was like, you can talk to me right here. He's like, I think it'd be better if we could talk outside. I really can't hear you. And I was like, buddy, what do you need to say to me? And so finally I see my friend coming back, and I'm like, whoo. And he's like, what's going on? And I was like, this guy's trying to like fuck my ass outside. And he's like, so I turn around to start drinking my fresh beer, and my friend is like handling it, like right behind me. Everybody's looking. I talked to the bartender who's been serving me for fucking 4 hours, Rob. And I go, hey, buddy, what's going on with this guy? I said, I've been with you for hours. I said, what did I do? And that's what I said. And he goes, motherfucker, if he says you're fucking good, no, you're getting the fuck out of here. And I was like, what just happened? You know what I mean? Like I didn't, so I was just sitting there like a hitman. You know what I mean? Like where everybody's like behind you ready to kill you. And I was just like, I'm going to finish my beer. And so like I did. I finished my beer slow as I could. And they're hashing it out behind me. Right? So I'm like, so as soon as I finish my beer and I go, hey, I said, can I tip you in person? And he goes, and the guy who just yelled at me walks up to me and I go, fuck you. I will turn around, push my friend and the bouncer, and walk myself out. Right?
Awesome.
So I walk out and I'm waiting for my friend. While I'm waiting for my friend, the guy who kept putting his arm around me got kicked out. And he's like, hey, I was waiting for you. What did you say about me? I'm going to knock you the fuck out. And I was like, listen, motherfucker. I was like, and as soon as I'm talking to this guy, my bodyguard friend like runs out and he goes, we got to go. And I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, I just hit him in his fucking jaw. And I was like, okay, let's go. And like, so then I see the guy and he's like running up to the door, but he stops inside. And he's like, and I was like, you know, like blowing him kisses and shit. And the weird thing was like maybe 40 minutes before that happened, I had walked out front to vape instead of went on the patio. And I was outside for 2 minutes, went in, and there was a guy that was younger than me. Like he must have been 21. And he was like, can I see your ID? And I was like, dude, I've been here since you opened. I was like, I was the first one here. He's like, I didn't see you. And I was like, dude, That's my beer right there. And he's like, I don't know that. So I take my ID and I throw it on the floor. And I was like, okay, check my ID. So he picks my ID up. And I said, when you throw that on the floor, I said, watch out for my knee. And he handed me my ID back. And I went, and that's when it all started. So I don't think I fucking did anything. I just think they didn't like me. So guess what I found out?
Well,
Long story short,
you've got a very punchable face. Let's be honest.
hey, I do. But hey, what you don't want to do that. You don't know what I'm capable of or who I know or you know what I can rip off. Anyway,
Whoa.
what happened was I found out when we first got there, we saw the bartenders like talking, congregating, and someone had asked me, was I in there a couple months ago that year with Bam Bam Margera? And I was like, yeah. And so I think that's what sparked it. Because then I realized, then I hit up Bam, and Bam's like, oh, yeah, 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 I'm banned from there. And I'm like, thanks, man. Thanks a lot, bro. Like, why didn't you tell me that? He's like, it was so recent. So, like, I realized if I didn't know the owners of any establishments and I went into that town, they recognized me because I knew him. And so they would, if they didn't like him, they kicked me the fuck out. And like, yeah, it got to the point where like I think this like vegan place called the cops on me. And I was just all I said was like, where's the meat? Like I just was like, I don't want this bullshit. But anyway, so do you have any stories about the beach? Any wild ass stories?
Well, hang on, because before we move on, you telling that bar story, man. One of the best stories of all time involves myself is about me and Chris Casanova. Too much liquor. I don't want to
Oh,
tell the
is
story.
this should we be on the air for this one, Rob?
This is a really good one.
Strictly hetero. Okay, let's go.
So yeah, so we rolled down. We had a booking, right? We're tag team wrestling that night. And this
I'm with
promoter
you.
was a very particular, rare breed of douchebag wannabe promoter. This fucking guy is a clown. But we were gonna work a show anyway. So he shows up and he has us doing something that was completely ridiculous. And Chris was like, look, there's got to be something better than that. And just things started getting real tense real fast. Now, this is just the quick backstory to tell the story. There was some quick funk that ended up out back with the promoter and Chris and one of their wrestlers and me and them cowering down and us just like, we're fucking out of here, dude. And the guy's like, fuck that, you guys are fired. Yeah, whatever, dude. We just grabbed our gear and left. And we're furious. On the way back to the apartment, we stop off, grab a bottle of Jack Fifth, go on back to the pad, and we're just fucking doing shots, chasing beers, and we're getting drunk. Bottle is gone. Casanova has the brilliant idea, hey, we should go get some Long Island's. Fuck yeah, we should. To the bar we go. So we're in this bar. It's a place we've never been. I see a particular woman that I know there. So great. I pull her aside and I'm talking her up at a table. Meantime, Casanova decides he's going to go work the room. There are some very particular kind of tequila drinkers in the world, right? There's the silly ditzy tequila makes my clothes fall off. There's the kind of
I'm the
hot,
shit.
there's the hot and cold temperament tequila drinkers. There's the kind that don't necessarily feel in control of themselves anymore, like me. Like I drink tequila and I'm not like a mean drunk. I just
Oh
can't
God.
predict what I'm going to do next. So I stay away from tequila.
Yeah,
Then
you
there's
need
the,
to.
then there's the I'm going to do some tequila shots and then break your fucking mouth open. And that's Casanova. Tequila and Casanova are not homies. He decides
Ah,
because the Patron is on sale, he's going to grab a couple of shots while he's working the room, already hammered drunk on Long Island iced tea and Jack Daniels and beer. We should not have been in public. Finally, he comes back over to the table that I'm sitting with the girl at. And he's got like one of those little round buckets, those little tiny ones, little
okay.
trays full of shots. Sets them on the table.
Oh shit.
Puts him in front of me. I said, Chris, I don't want to do these shots. He's like, fuck that. These fucking whores in here, they got big mouths, and I'm sick of their fucking stupid little college punk boyfriends. I'm like, oh, God damn it. We're going off the rails quick here. So, okay. I do a shot with him, and he spins the shot glass over and slams it on the table. Grabs another one, shoots it, slams it on the table. Picks it up, slams it again. Over comes walking this big old fucking bouncer up behind Chris. And I put my hands up, tell him, just stop. I'm taking care of this. And he put his hand on Chris's shoulder. And his whole body went locked up. And he said, take your fucking hand off me. And the guy did. And he stood up. And it wasn't intentional how this happened. But he stood up, didn't move the chair with such velocity. That chair shot and hit the wall. He stood up so hard and fast on it and spun around to the bouncer. So I run over and I jump in between Chris and this bouncer. And I look around the room and like 6 of them are descending on us. And I said, look, dude, I'm going to take him and we're going to fucking leave right now. Now, I don't know how many of you is going to take to whoop our ass, but I know how many of you you're about to use. And I know at least 3 of you were going to the hospital with us. Or we leave. And the guy opened the door and we walked out. Now, Chris is hammered. He's angry. He feels like his manhood was just hit because the fight didn't go down. So he's pissed in the parking lot. I'm trying to get him into the car. I had no business driving, but I had way more business than he had that night. So a little argument ensued about me getting his keys. Then one of the girls, not one of the girls, I'm sorry, then the girl that started Chris's rageful bad mood comes walking out the door and finds him and starts talking shit. And he goes, fuck you, whore! Go back inside and get your pussy boyfriend.
Appropriate.
I get him in the car. I get him calm. We're just about to leave, and this minivan drives by, and that douchebag kid is hanging out the window going, you're lucky we got more precious shit to do, fuckers, as they're pulling out. That's when I lost my mind with rage. So I fucking fired that car up, and I chased them out on the frontage road. Big freeway and a frontage road. And they probably thought they were going to jump on, hit the freeway, and be gone, and didn't even consider the fact that they might get hit at the red light, which they did. So as soon as they pulled out, they had to stop. I pull up in back of them. I'm not even stopped before Chris is out of the car. And he runs up, and I hear this kid with his hand out his window going, no, please, no. Chris dragged that boy out the car and beat 6 shades of shit out of him. And there was like 7 dudes in that car, and nobody got out. Light turned green, we got home. And recently, I finally convinced Chris. I said, I know you feel guilty about that, but you taught that kid a life lesson. Like, you better watch what you do, because your plan might not work out, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let
So
that be a
crazy
lesson.
stories on a beach. Not really. Not unless you're talking like
Okay.
hiding under a
Okay.
boardwalk doing drugs with somebody.
Well, yeah. There's only a couple things you'd be doing under a boardwalk. Your story reminded me of a Halloween story where I met a man named Dr. Shot, and he was handing out shots and syringes. Not the big thick plastic ones. And I was like, I realized later on when I finished my 6-pack at this party, hey, I should go find Dr. Shot. That's free alcohol.
Right.
So I'm looking for Dr. Shot everywhere at this party. And finally, I look outside at the row of cars and I see him standing there in between 2 rows of cars. And I was like, well, I better not yell. So I'll walk up to Dr. Shot. And it looked like he was just standing there like zoning. Walk over and I go, oh, okay. So Dr. Shot was getting a blowjob, like right out in the open. And then the next thing I was like, okay, so now Dr. Shot is giving shots. He's really giving the shots.
He's
So I
giving.
walked back into the party and I was buzzed. So I was just like on that frame of mind. I was like, man, I hope that guy's, done getting his dick sucked so I can get some more free liquor. And then the next thing I know, this guy's like, and I was like, huh? I was like, what'd she look like? And he was describing the girl who was on her knees to a T. And I was like, never, I don't know who you're talking about, bro. And like, while he's talking to her, like in your head, you're visualizing what you saw. And
Right.
I'm like, man, you're gonna kiss her pretty soon. And
Oh,
like, and I was just thinking about this, and I was like, I'm here for the guy who threw the party. There's no bro code when it comes to whoever you are. And you know what I mean? So I was just kind of like, hey man, um, make sure you befriend Dr. Shot. He's real cool. And he's like, yeah, that guy's awesome. And I walked away and I was like, and you're gonna be kissing him pretty soon. But anyway, so you reminded me of that. It was like a crazy ass night. But no, why I brought up the beach was because um probably the craziest thing ever was like senior week for me. Senior week was like, did you ever see that movie The Night Before with Keanu Reeves and the chick from Full House who's in jail for bribing the colleges?
I don't think so.
Okay, dude, The Night Before was this crazy movie where Keanu Reeves is his teen, he was the nerd, and this cheerleader lost a bet, uh, and she had to go to the prom with like this dork, and he ends up getting lost on the way to prom and takes her to the fucking hood and ends up selling her to a pimp. So anyway, it, senior week for me, I went to Ocean City like most do, and me and my friend at the time were just gung ho because it's like, oh, we're on our own. We have a vehicle. We're at the beach. We can do whatever we want. We're 18 and um we had so much FOMO that we couldn't chill on the beach for too long. We were like, we got to scout some chicks for tonight. So like, but the problem was these guys wanted to do
Best
everything that
stories
you
always
never get to do. What was that?
the best stories always start that way. We gotta find some chicks tonight.
But dude, so then it was like because we were 18 and we're finally like on our own and in charge, had our own hotel. It was like we got to do everything. No matter we don't need a fucking time schedule or anything. So it was like 11 a.m. We got drunk and then we got showered up and dressed to go find chicks
Go.
at noon. And I was like, what are we doing? The chicks we were looking for are probably like sleeping right now or on the beach. And like, so I said, you know what? I want to go on the beach. I gave up like the second we started walking fully clothed during the day on the boardwalk. And I was like, fuck this. And he was like, nah, I got this. And he's like, I found three girls. They're going to meet us at the hotel room tonight. And I was like, I didn't think anything of it because like I'm fucking 18, I'm wasted, and I'm in the fucking 90-degree sun right on the beach. So later that night, the girls actually show up. They ended up being from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and this is before I even moved to Pennsylvania, which is the funniest thing ever. And they were the ugliest girls ever. Uh, I was like, dude, what did you do? And he was like, man, I was drunk and I didn't have sunglasses and the sun was right in my eyes. I was like, why the fuck did you tell him to come here? And like,
You did this. You.
right. So he's like, well, you know what? I think two of the three are pretty cute. Let's make this work. So the two of the three he points out aren't even interested in him. The ugly one was interested in him that looked like a rat. And like he hated it, right? So we get stuck on this like adventure of like the hotel said if you have guests, they need to leave. And I was like, we're finally free. They get the, we're free of these bitches. They get to leave. Next thing we know, we were so wasted, we like looked at each other and we're like, how the fuck did we get outside and we're still with these bitches? And like, it was just like that kind of drunk where you're like, you're lucid for seconds and then you black out while you're still awake. And so next thing I know, I thought I was with him and I'm like walking down the end of the boardwalk. This chick's holding my hand and my other hand is holding up my phone. And I'm like, dude, where are you? And he's like, I'm sitting. You've been to Ocean City, right?
No.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's still around, but there's this place called the Ocean Gallery, and it's got nothing but pictures, 3 floors of like artwork that you can buy, posters and whatnot, frame pictures. And it's a bunch of crazy shit glued on the outside. You can't miss it. Like, I'm talking like a garbage dump of shit glued to the outside of this building. And he's like, I'm sitting outside that place, the Oceanside Gallery.
Right.
And he's like, and I'm getting a blow job. And I'm like, dude, what? And I'm like, you're on the phone, you're out in public, and that rat is giving you a blowjob. And he's like, yeah, man. And he starts laughing. He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And that's when, like, the next thing I know,
that's what you're doing.
the next thing I know, like, I was walking on the sidewalk, and then I like flash forward. I'm on the beach. It's dark. The fucking Ferris wheel and everything is so far away. I'm at the dunes at the other end of the beach, so far away. And I'm still wasted. And I keep trying to get up and I can't even move. And I found out that this chick roofied me. I got roofied. And like it got worse, Rob. So like I'm tripping. I'm tripping in the dark and I remember I'm like, look, a sea turtle, right? And we run up to this giant rock. And she's like, it's a rock, you idiot. And I swear, as soon as she said that, dude, she full blown like it like knocked me the fuck out because I think we walked like a distance to get to a rock.
Just so she
and
can
like
knock you out?
she cold cocked me.
Jesus.
And the next thing I know, she's like, I'm waking up and she's like this. And I'm like, and then like I black out again. I wake up and she's like walking on the beach and I'm like, hey, wait up. And she's like, fuck off. And I was like, what is happening? And like, so then the next thing I know, like I'm talking to her and we're sitting down next to each other. And she's like, look, she's like apologizing to me and stuff. And I'm like, damn, I keep fading in and out. So the next thing I know, like I'm like starting to regain control of my limbs. I'm like, let's just go get on a bus and get back to our hotels. And I like my limbs are swinging around and I like swing my arm up and it like a handful of sand like hit her in the face. And she's like, you fucking asshole. And next thing I know, it was like, and I was like, dude. So then I'm waking up on the beach alone as the sun rises. And I'm like, this is beautiful. She stole my shoes. So I'm hopping on a bus barefoot. I finally get back to my hotel room. One of the guys that was with us just arrived from like a Greyhound bus. And my buddies are in bed waking up and they're like, what happened to you? And I was like, I think I just got raped. Right? And I think my buddies are going to be like, what? Dude, it sounded like it was a deaf comedy jam. They were like, you? Yeah, right. And I was like, you know, what I mean? So I was just kind of like,
now, see,
should I be
I'd
hurt
have been all in
and
on that
upset?
too.
But here's the thing.
I'd have been like, no, dude, I believe this little pussy ass got raped. I'm with the little bitch.
But here's the thing. So you're 18 and you're like, I told you I had all that FOMO. So I was like, am I going to be mad that like I didn't have to try? It was very conflicting at first. But then when I realized it was not love and I was responsible to make my own mature choices at 18, dude, the next day she came up and was like, hey, let's have a do-over. And I was like, my friends and her friends had to grab me because I was like, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face.
Yeah, you got a
Because they,
couple of seats coming, bitch.
yeah, it was an awkward situation. I just think it's funny. Not so everyone that's listening right now, don't take that as like he was just talking about getting raped. See, the thing is like, um, even though my friend was the one that got the participants, in a sense, I signed up for the dramatic happenings that I didn't know were going to take place later that evening. So you sometimes you just got to hold yourself responsible for being a complete fucking moron and not try to make yourself a victim all the time. So don't consider that as I got victimized in any way. I I should have known better.
Oh, quit
Uh,
being so fucking politically correct already. It's making me sick over
oh
here.
no! I wasn't finished. I was gonna say, but as for you ladies who want to do what you had done to me and go to the dunes, hey, just be upfront with what you're gonna do, okay? Don't lead me to the dunes. Lead some unsuspecting man to the dunes, okay? And knock him the fuck out. All right? Just tell him what's going on. Anyway,
You
so
sound like a figure skater.
why? Because I got to come?
Oh, because you cry that you were raped. You sound like a little fruit basket that
Cry? I just said I wasn't crying.
you said. You know
I
that you
just
had
said
to,
don't look at me as a victim.
that you had to
Don't
do some
cry for me, Rob
45.
Argentina.
Yeah, you had to do some 45-minute dissertation about being politically correct. No, I get it. I'm just saying you're kind of a little
I'm
sweet.
not being if you took that as PC. I'm trying to tell them don't cry for me.
Hey,
I
it,
signed up for that one.
we're supposed to be doing
Uh,
some We're supposed to be doing some comedy here. I'm trying to bring the
this
ha-ha.
is
Why don't you work with
this
me,
is
goddammit? Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to
Mhm.
tell you a story. I'm going to give you the choice.
Here we go.
Do you want to hear the
Choose your
hooker
path.
or do you want to hear the 12-year-old?
Oh, I'd like to hear about that lady you sent me a picture of a month or two ago.
There's not a lot to tell about her.
Eh, I'm joking. Go ahead.
Well, which one do you
Don't nothing about 12-year-olds.
Well, it's
Don't
I
do it, Rob.
I
Don't
have
don't be don't be like women and say it's fine and then go ahead and say something horrible.
but I have to tell both stories now because if I don't, I'm going to be dangling in the wind people thinking I'm a pedophile.
Mm, we've passed that
Oh,
horizon
fuck
months
you.
ago.
You
You
uppity
Chinese takeout cowboy. I
fucks.
mean, who knows if you have a basement, a dungeon, or a cage on the other side of that camera with God knows how many boys.
Why do they gotta be boys?
You'd say, look, I have children. I even have a 13-year-old son, and I don't have any stories with a young age child. Actually, real quick, real funny story. Real funny story. Fucking hi. Uh, fucking one of Rake's youngest child. I guess he learned about planking, and it was crazy funny because he didn't get the point. He didn't get the point of planking. So Rake goes, look what my kid's doing. And the little one's just like laying on his stomach, he's planked out straight as he can, and he's going, and Rake goes, "Are you planking or are you shitting?" And he goes, "Yup." And he's like, and I was on a FaceTime call with Rake, and Rake was like, "Dude, I gotta go." And it was one of those like where he didn't even care what I had to say. He's like, "Bloop." Like, dude, kids are awesome. But I don't want to hear any stories from you about a 12-year-old, especially you say hooker 12-year-old, and then the world famous Jimmy Castle pops up.
Now I'm gonna make the 12-year-old one really fast because
Hmm?
I could have drug it out and made it funny, but I gotta tell us.
How are you sexy motherfuckers doing?
I was in.
About to hear some stories.
It was after a show. I was sharing a room with this guy, the Hustler, and we were beat, man. We didn't even go to the after party, but it's one of those open air, the door goes outside, not into a hallway. Motels. And we're in one of those, and there's a knock on the fucking door. And I open it up, and these two like 12-year-old girls are standing there. And they've got a piece of paper and a fucking Sharpie, and she walks straight into the fucking bedroom, right as Hustler's coming out of the shower. So he's got a pair of sweats on, and that's it. And he looks up and goes, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "What are you doing?" And they pushed the door closed and said, "We want your autograph." And he opened the door and said, "You got to get the fuck out of here." He opened the door, sweatpants on, wet top half, real buff Mr. Clean looking guy, as a cop is pulling up with his lights on. And we went, "Oh my God." And the cop jumped out and said, "Get the fuck out here." And he's like, "Okay, put some shoes on." He goes, "Not you," to the girls, and drug him out of the room. He goes, "Don't worry, I was parked right over there. I saw what happened. You are going the fuck home. I'm telling your mother." And the whole like small town vibe was going on. But we thought the whole like we're going to prison was going on. So I made that one quick. I'll make the prostitute story really quick too. I'm not going to drop the wrestler's name. But we get back, we pull up, and we're on Ventura Boulevard. So there's a whole bunch of hookers up and down Ventura Boulevard, and one of the boys says, "I'm going to go grab one of those girls." And we're like, "Yeah, have at it, man." So it was me and a couple of the other dudes go over to my room, which was adjoining to his. And we're smoking, we're watching movies, we're chilling. We hear him talking to a girl over there. And then all of a sudden, we hear all hell breaking loose. Shit's getting broken.
Behind you, right there. Look.
They are over there fucking straight rumbling. And we're like, now this is right on the heels of another name wrestler a week before that. See if I can do something about that. There. I can't mute his mic because he's a producer. Jimmy, you're way too loud.
Hey, ass face, mute your mic.
Anyway, we hear all this shit going on, and we're like, "Oh my God, he's over there beating the hell out of the hooker. We got to go stop him." So I scream his name. I say, "Dude, I'm about to kick this fucking door open if you don't open the door." The door comes flying open, and there's the hooker standing in front of me with her shirt ripped, so a titty hanging out, and her skirt ripped off, and there's her gigantic cock.
Oh.
And I went,
Ching dong.
And she says, "Look, dude, everybody in town knows that's where you go if you want to get me. If you want to get without, you go down the way that way. Everybody knows that." It was his bad. And I said, "Well, where is he?" And she steps aside, and there he is on the floor, out. Like he's not moving, dude. He's done. She knocked him the fuck out. And you know what happened? He was getting ready to get to it, grabbed a handful of cock, snapped, went to whoop the. And you know the girl's been attacked before, so she beat the hell out of him. I said, "Hey, did he already pay you?" And she's like, "Yeah, you ain't getting." I was like, "No, look, I'll give you an extra $50 if you go dip your nuts in his mouth and let me get a Polaroid of it."
Dude.
So we did. Then I went to Kinko's and made photocopies of it. So I showed him what I had. He took it and tore it up and threw it away. I pulled out another one. It was a lot of fun. So that's the kid, the hooker. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hey now. So what about the stories about from when you were a hooker? I'm sure the attire was still the same with the cowboy hat.
Oh man, just crazy days and crazy nights, you know.
Well, because I imagine you were chilling at the Burger Kings back in the day when their motto was sometimes you got to break the rules.
That was dumb. You want to take that one back?
No, like when they're going through the drive-through back in the day when that was the motto.
You know, I get
sometimes you got to break the rules, and before you get to the window, there's a cowboy offering you
a
little something better than a Whopper.
I understand the joke. It just wasn't.
Hey,
one.
What are you doing here, pal?
Hey, I'm breaking
I
your
was
blood.
trying to spark one of your stories from your hooking days. I
Hey,
didn't know we were gonna go ex-girlfriend on me and tell me how, you know what, Justin, you're just not funny tonight. And here's the thing about that. If you were funny, people would be laughing. And they're not. Because you're fucking stupid. So Rob, we get the point. Fuck me. Fuck my asshole. I'm gay. Anyway,
wow, you really ran with that one.
well, here's what I'm trying to say to you.
What?
Impenetrable, except for the right man. Look, you're not going to hurt my feelings. But don't come at me and tell, like, if I were on, like, none of this is like, why would I go and use material I would be on stage to make people laugh? This is a podcast. I don't want to go and use jokes.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
telling
you gotta
stories.
entertain the masses. Look, buddy. Here's entertainment 101. Just because somebody
Okay,
is
here's a
flirting,
joke. You want to
just
know a joke?
okay.
I got here. Let me roll with this real quick. Let me tell you a bunch of things that are a joke real quick. Number one,
Okay.
this network. Number two, all the shows on this network. Number three, the fact that I'm the only one that consistently does a running show, no
I
matter
like
what's going
how
on.
for
And it's
number
like
two you went sideways. I like
four,
that was a good one.
four. Okay.
Four.
I've got the most going on social media, and I'm still running this bitch every week. Got the most guests, got the most views, and I'm the new guy. One more thing. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. And you know what kind of joke that is? A real good one. Because I came out of nowhere and blew you all out of the
Oh
water.
shit, this is
So
long.
if anything is funny tonight, it's this network. And if Leatherface, if you're watching, don't take it personal. I'm just
Holy
gunning
fuck.
for Rob.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
and Jimmy
You're done?
Castle. Jimmy Castle can go eat some ass salad. Oh,
Are
you're
you
looking at your watch now?
are you finished?
Oh, this motherfucker.
That
Yes, mother.
That was the longest run at a burn I ever heard that really didn't have much traction, boy, but you really went for it, man. Kudos to you for trying so hard.
What happened to you? Did you take a shot at tequila?
No.
You know what? When
What's
you guys are with me in person, we're gonna
and
have to sign a
when
paper
you watch
where you have $10,000 on hand for when you guys punch me for no reason.
when you watch this back, and you know you will, you'll see it was just too long. You just went on too long. You should have cut it down by like 14 minutes, and that would have been a good burn.
Robert.
Oh shit, no, you didn't.
Robert, Wild Stallion, Cowboy, take it easy. All right? You're my producer, but I had you on as a guest tonight. I thought we were establishing a friendship that maybe could go on in person. Maybe I could take the place of Chris Casanova someday. Maybe we could get drunk together in Florida, hug each other, kiss off camera, take pictures like we're just hanging out. I thought maybe things would go that way one day. But you know what?
No, that was good.
Leatherface has always had my heart. So you know what?
I don't give a fuck.
Leatherface may be a racist. He may be, you know, crazy. He may be someone that'll tear my face off if I don't give him the last piece of pizza. But you want to know something? He's not going to fucking ruin my fucking show and say, hey, you know what, Tristan, is the time, is it, are you done? It's just, you're not fucking funny. So
Oh,
you know what, Rob? Keep Casanova, all right?
dude, you
I
rolled
hope.
the shit out of that
That's
one.
why you two drink tequila, because you
This
fist
is
each other
where
up the ass. You
you
don't punch
need
each
to
other.
cut it. This is where you need to cut it, dude. You won. That one won. Now cut. If
I'm
you
not
try
done. It's not called cut it. It's called a rant, my friend.
if you try to pile on, you're gonna lose the strength of what you've already accomplished. I would just be
That
like,
was my nickname in high school, Pile On.
I would just be like, and fuck you, and that's the end of that one, and then move on. That's what I would do.
That's A material. You know how there's like A-listers, B-listers, C-listers?
Oh, okay. What am I, F?
I'm giving you the F material because it's a podcast. If we were live in person in comedy show, okay, you'd be rolling, okay? You'd be rolling. So I don't want to end this show with a feud. It looks like, because you know what? Here's the thing. I really do think I'm going to be versing one of you in a ring one day because someone talks shit when you meet me in person, and you guys be like, "Well, I got water guns. Let's get his ass. I could take him with my pinky." You know what I mean? Like it'll happen one day when we
Would we
meet.
say it
So
all
I'm
stupid?
ready.
Would we say it all stupid stoner like that? I could take him with my pinky. Oh, bring it on, water guns. Don't you think it would
Oh,
be
wait, wait,
more?
wait, 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 wait. I wasn't like, "Durr, I could take him with my pinky."
Hey,
Come on, motherfucker.
hey,
And you would. And so you
it
see
would
this right here?
probably
Every time I do this, this is me training for when I meet you.
right. It'd probably go down more like we would end up back at my building that already had the ring in it, just so you guys could check it out. You would think you were a little cutesy guy talking too much shit until I rolled in the ring, said, "Come here, let's talk about it," and then I would proceed to whooping that ass.
You see that, but that's the thing. I We're on a podcast now, and the thing you have to do on a podcast is talk. So I'm doing that part. But the thing is, other than the podcast, there's nothing for me to talk about. And I'm that guy that because I'm not going to be talking, that's the reason why you should be worried. Wrestling experience or not. Where are you originally from, Rob?
Sacramento.
Okay, Baltimore. Okay, where STDs and murder rate reign. All right, so I had to deal with some shit. So I come from a place where everybody that I live with in this state of Pennsylvania now, everybody's a pussy. Everybody's so right now, Pittsburghian. All this is to me right here is that. So I think let's just hash this out right now. So whenever ladies and gentlemen, whenever Off the Hook or Rob Wilds or whatever, we meet in person. Okay, we're gonna verse. We're gonna verse in the ring. Are we gonna do a tag team, or is this gonna be you and me?
I don't care.
You said you're what, 6'1"?
A little under 6'2".
Okay, so you're like an inch taller than me. This will be good. What's your weight?
230-ish, 220.
Oh, that's not fair. Well, 30. You got like 40 pounds on me. All right,
That
we're
that
gonna
and
do
a
this.
whole lot of skill, whole lot of training. Like don't get it twisted like other knuckleheads
That could mean
and
anything.
and think, oh, it's all fake. These guys don't know shit. Nah, not the old schoolers like me.
Oh, I'm not going into this thinking like, ha ha ha, ha, this is gonna be fun. Like, no, I'm gonna fucking go in there with it with
Like
adrenaline.
what?
Adrenaline is gonna be pumping. I mean, here's the thing, like, you just see me in a rectangle. You know what I mean? I mean, you've seen videos of me, but I mean, sometimes videos don't do and pictures don't do people
Dude,
justice, so you meet them in person. I could be like The Rock.
if I have an inch on you already, it won't be that hard to really sink that shit in and then you go to sleep and then it's over. I won't even hurt you. Like, I don't want to hurt you. I would never want to hurt you. You're awesome. You're my dude. If you really want to climb into a ring and try to settle something in your head, I'm just good. And night, you're going out. And you'd be
Settle
surprised how
something in
easy
my head.
you'd be surprised how easy
No.
it is to get in there and grab a hold. What are you gonna do once I got that sleeper all the way cinched?
If
No, it
if
will
is the
be a win.
question.
No. What you need to concern yourself with is once it's in, how do I reverse? How do I guard? How do I not let it get in? Because it will get in. I always get
Hmm.
my mark, dude.
This sounds interesting, to say the least. I don't think I don't think I don't think I need to worry. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. You're asking a hypothetical that you're telling me is a 100 percenter. And at the same
I
time,
didn't
I'm
ask
gonna
you
go on
to
the
do anything.
philosophy. My philosophy is if it hasn't happened, then it kind of doesn't exist. So with it not existing yet, it's
For
not
you.
something to fear.
For you.
It happening to me.
But people
So
who don't learn from history will repeat it. Lots of dudes go
okay.
out to the sleeper, especially to a dude who's been trained to get it on anybody.
But so,
I mean, you're not
like, you
talking about
never learned about anybody like that just comes out of nowhere and gets like totally misjudged
yes,
and
absolutely.
okay, all right.
I'll give you
I
that,
mean,
but it's never happened to me. But I'm particularly good at the shoot. When it gets down on the mat, like I come from a guy who was an all the way shooter, who taught his students to be all the way shooters.
so you have my band's EP, right? I sent you a copy, right?
Yeah.
Did you check out the 4 songs?
I mean, I have. I can't name them
This
offhand.
motherfucker ain't even listening to my music. I
Oh,
should
listen to
fire
it.
you.
I listen to your shit on YouTube. I don't want to take the thing out of the package because it's all autographed and awesome, and I don't want to fuck up its value. So I just kind of left it
Well,
all
the
together.
value.
Hey,
Look,
dude, I believe in
check
you.
out check out the words on the 4 songs from the EP sometimes. I mean, that's real shit. That's those words are the most honest I could possibly get that and I'm trying to generalize with everybody so they can relate. I mean, and that's real shit. So if you listen to some of those lyrics, I'm con make it like national treasure. Like there's your clues to maybe what you might be dealing with because that shit came straight from the dick and that's connected to my heart. So I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, check out those lyrics. You might decipher a code and say, "Uh-oh, uh-oh, this guy might not just be rock and roll.
I don't
He
think
also might be."
I don't think you'll ever catch me going, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'll be like, man,
Hmm.
fuck this knuckle. What you got? Get the fuck
So,
out of here.
so, so we actually get in the ring. Ding ding. First time Rob Wilds goes,
Oh yeah.
dude, it'll happen. It'll happen.
What are you?
It'll happen. Because here's the thing. I am someone that uses tons of tactic. I'm a thinker. So what would happen? So wait, what's your attire when you're in the ring? Is it like is it a shorts or is it like a long I know it has to be like spandex, but is it shorts or is it like
Doesn't
down to
have
your
to
ankles?
really be anything, but I'd probably put on like a singlet.
Okay.
Like
So
for an actual, you're talking about for a gimmick match or for a shoot match?
just I'm not this is no gimmick. Dude,
Okay,
look
so
at you and
yeah,
look at me. This is real world shit.
for a shoot match, I'd wear just a singlet probably and boots,
Okay.
knee
So
pads.
what if okay. So, but I got tons of secret weapons. So let me give you, we'll call it a hypothetical. So say you know, however we go about the match, you go in the ring, I get in the ring, and we're just about to like, the bell's about to go off. Next thing you know, you're like, this guy's dick is way hanging out, and he's walking right towards me. Are you gonna let that phase you, or are you gonna come at me?
I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna be
Okay.
offended. I'm gonna be offended if your cock's out. Then you're really getting hammered.
Okay. Okay. So number two,
Okay.
hypothetical. What if I'm wearing a singlet and because my dick's so big, it's like all S shaped and all like you could just see the imprint and it's all just like, man, that looks like the pendant from Neverending Story down
It's
there.
like
Like,
pulsing with your heartbeat.
oh yeah, you're gonna tell me you're gonna be like, that dude's dick is huge. I'm gonna fuck him up. Is that what you're saying? Or is it going to phase you? I need to know what's going to phase you when it comes to the
I don't
wiener.
understand why you keep trying to throw a dick into this situation.
Because this is one of my tactics. And if I know it's going
If
to fail, then
you
I got
are
to change my whole game plan.
if you are stupid enough to pop on just a single, let's just say that you have this giant throbbing fucking dick.
Yeah,
If
let's
you're
say.
stupid enough to strap on a singlet without any protection to keep your junk together, then you deserve the injury that will require surgery that I will hand to you during that match. If you are that
Hmm.
dumb, you deserve it.
So, you know how there's movies where it's like, I've seen movies, but that takes it to another level. That's beyond. So, hypothetical number 3. And don't ask why I'm bringing up my penis. All right? This is
Hey,
my show. I'm allowed to bring up my penis. All
all
right? So
right.
say the next thing. Say you're like, this guy's going in the sleeper. Boom. Next thing you know, you got a big old cock wrapped around your neck. What do?
I probably just fucking collapse and cry in the fetal position.
And then you wake up, right? You wake up from being on the ground and you're just getting beaten with a cock. I'm just handling you with my own dick. I'm not beating you with my own. Okay, so I'll let go of these. These were all hypothetical. That's why I said hypothetical. I just need to know where we were going here.
Here's one more quick hypothetical, because I was always very ingenuitive in my matches with like taking moves and putting different twists on them and trying to make them my own, trying to elevate them a little bit. Something the crowd really gets excited when they see. And just then I invented a move in my head. What happens if you take your giant, enormous, bigger than an elephant cock and you wrap it around my neck, but I slip out the back and bam, take you to the mat in a cock bar? What do you do then, tough guy?
I'm not worried about any of that. You know what I'm worried about? I hope this guy doesn't have enough balls to start chomping on my girth, because as soon as I feel teeth, I'll have to let him go.
Yeah, I think just the trauma of it would trump anything.
I think we'd both be traumatized.
Right.
I don't know. This is why it was hypothetical. So, hey, we got to knock this out. I could have did something terrible in public. All right. Now I know what I got to knock that one out. So,
man, we didn't do no Ron Burgundy fun tonight at all. God damn it.
Little did you know. And I'm not done yet. What, you got Trailer Parks Ass Fun next?
No, you were
Okay.
just getting ready to wrap it up. You're like, okay, that ends it. And then I said something, and you're like, no, I'm still in.
I wasn't wrapping anything up. Hey, if anyone's listening and anybody that watches this recorded later, comment and let me know if I fucking tried to wrap this up already. And then if I didn't, comment by saying I was right by simply putting Rob sucks dick. Okay? Don't do it on YouTube though. Okay? Facebook only.
Now, put Rob sucks capital D. And if Rob is right, just eat a bowl of dick, fag. That's to
hey,
you.
not on my show. Not on my show.
Yeah,
Watch it.
Rob does suck dick. I'm just saying.
As soon as he saw you, he said the F word.
What?
As soon as you saw Jimmy, you said fag, and it's not on my show, buddy.
Hey.
Not on my show. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you thought you were funny. You're not. Okay? You thought you were funny. You thought you're not. How's it feel, Rob?
This episode of the Purple Sticky Podcast.
No. We're not done yet. Okay. I'm not finished this bottle, and we didn't have a bong contest yet. Okay? So take out Cowboy before I change your name to something really wrong.
Hey, I didn't say we were wrapping it up. I was trying to do a bit that you just stepped all over.
I'm allowed to.
Can I try it again?
Right? Jimmy, am I entitled?
Can I try it again?
Fine, go ahead.
This week's episode of the Purple Sticky Podcast was brought to you by Sex Panther. They've done studies. 60% of the time it works. Every time.
What's a Sex Panther? Like a real panther, or is that like an old chick?
It's Anchorman.
Oh, buddy, I drank a whole. Anyway, let's get to this competition here.
No, dude, it's not
a competition. Holiday competition. What?
It's not with me. All I got is a joint. Can't do a bong hit contest today. But we can still smoke. For fuck's sakes, it is a podcast.
Well, then light up.
It's not an alcohol. I've been lit up the whole show. It's not an alcoholics cast.
Well, it's not like I knew. You haven't shut up the fucking whole time, dude. All right. Anyway, this guy's smoking. He's been running his mouth telling me how big of a bitch and how much I suck all night. Anyway.
Hey, you want to hear a new impression?
No.
All right.
Asshole. All right. So here's the thing. I like you, Rob, but I don't think we're ever gonna be anything more than friends. All right. Look,
but
this
I
is
told you had a little dick, Rob.
but
look. It has nothing to do with that. Okay, that gives him character. All right, that
yeah,
gives him
motherfucker.
character.
Yeah. Hey, wait a
And you
minute.
know what, Jimmy? When he's not swinging down guy one way alley, he can pick up. He picks up some pretty prime. So I give him props. I'm not gonna say to the man, I'm not gonna bash on him and say Rob's gay. Rob's not gay. But when I do talk about that, it's just because I love him. And one day, who knows? Me and him might be married. You don't know. This is the Purple Sticky podcast. At
Sitting on
420, anything can happen, and at any time it's 420, right? Somewhere.
sitting on a porch swing, watching the sunset.
Me getting mad at you for not tending to the fucking garden. I'll be like, man, all we grow is dick-shaped vegetables, and you can't pull them out on time before the rabbits get them.
Well, maybe if you took me out once in a while, I would be a little bit more focused.
No, you'd be like, yes, Jimmy.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Jimmy. Why are you with
What
the
are we looking
up?
at?
That's right.
We're making a deal against Joker.
You're turning on Joker?
Why not?
Oh, you're dead, dude.
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Tell Icky Sticky to show his cock if he's got one.
You don't have to ask me twice. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to get banned.
Whoa.
Was that a wart? A genital wart?
Check this out. I like walking that thin tightrope of getting banned. Let's get banned. Ban me.
That was a wart.
We're the fucking
If you're only listening,
dudes.
in that short amount of time, I was not able to pull out what is one of my legs. So, moving on.
Gay.
I was going to say the same thing about how you look. All right. You got this 90s cigarette model style about you that just screams like, watch out, Uncle Rob's coming.
Sure. Uncle
You ever hear that?
Uncle Rob loves to babysit the young kids. I give them nice long baths. Yeah.
Right.
Uncle Robbie.
Yeah, right. So what? I let your kid sit on my lap and drive the car. He wasn't hitting the pedals. He was just steering the wheel.
We have a new game. It's called Who Can Eat the Most Tylenol PMs and Stay Awake?
I told him how to stick shift, but it was an automatic.
That was a good
Anyway. All right. So I haven't.
Out of the bottom. Yeah. Get ready to put him night-night.
Okay, you're going too far there, pal. Your favorite drink? Robitussin and NyQuil.
I give him special pink ice cream. It makes them yawny. I like it when they yawny because their mouths are open.
Okay, too far. Too far.
I thought we were talking about getting banned, right? Wasn't that the goal here?
No. We weren't going. We walked the thin line. We don't fucking jump on it and see if we can fall.
Well, no suits have fucking shut us down here, so I think we're all right so far.
We're getting attention. People are learning how to hate me even more, so it's okay. And you know what? It's okay if you don't fucking like me, because that's why I'm here. The point of everything I do with the band, with the podcast, with anything I do, is just to promote being yourself. Be yourself. I'm being myself, and if you don't like me, fuck you. Just like how Rob dresses. Like, I'm sure everywhere he goes, people point and laugh. But you know what? Does he fucking stop dressing like a fucking retarded cowboy from the 90s? That you'd only see in the gayest cigarette ads that aren't even existing anymore. You know, like them long gay cigarettes.
Riding my former
He
glory.
still rocks his style because being yourself is what's important. He doesn't have problems. You know, he's changed it in his mind. When people are pointing and laughing, what he sees, you know what I mean? They're just like, man, that guy's cool. You know what I mean? So like that's all you got to do when you're yourself. You know what I mean? I don't personally have that problem, but that's why I'm friends with Rob, to let you know, even if you have poor taste in style, you wear terrible fucking just everything, you still are cool. You're still a great guy. I like the personality. You know what I mean? At one point we were on the road. I've been straight all my life. You were about to turn me until you showed your fucking attitude midway through this show. And I guess that had to do. You didn't even have any tryptophan in your system unless where you went had MSG. You eating MSG?
Oh, are you talking to me? I tuned you out already. I'm sorry, but yeah,
Also, ladies and gentlemen, put in the comments
in,
if I should fire him and get a new producer.
when you're in a relationship with somebody like Tristan, you gotta fucking just turn him off and let him continue his rants, or he's angry for weeks. I mean, it's a prima donna bitchathon, like a fucking 13-year-old girl. So we all just kind of have to indulge him. But I'll tell you, you're starting to turn me on your joke telling. You just got to shorten them a little bit because you get on a roll and then it stops being funny. You try to keep going and you pile on and you fuck it up.
No, bro, it's like it's not what you think it is. It's secretly like we're cool, but the more we get to know each other, I think I hate you. So it's not a rant. It's not like, oh, the punchline was already there. Buddy needs to stop. I'm not looking for gold. I'm just trying to get this out of my system so I can feel a little bit better because, fuck you.
Bravo. Bravo.
And that is how you show a motherfucker up after they heckle you through your own show.
And
I should close the show out on this one.
I don't like that you're sitting there trying to burn me as bad as you think you are, all looking like fucking Jesus and whatnot. Like, if you want to come at me, dude, put your hair in a ponytail, make yourself look a little bit less like the savior of humanity, because it's hard to get mad at a face that looks like your God.
Look, here's what I gotta say to you. I didn't even pop open the top of how brutal I could be to you right now. I'm glad
I'm being
that
nice.
There's a misconception.
I'm being nice to you because of how bad your little feelings got hurt on the knock knock joke I told on the sanitarium that got you all upset.
Oh, you're talking about when Eve Morrow was on the show?
Yeah.
Or when you were just rude to me in front of her? Or was that the same show?
That was the knock knock joke.
Oh yeah, you go and say, hey, there's the hottest person fucking Leatherface has ever had on this show. Better knock Purple Sticky's dick in the dirt real hard. Real hard. Yeah, I was kind of mad. I was like, what is he doing?
If we're being honest, I mean, I didn't really want to be there that day. I was being very quiet throughout that show because I knew
what fucking made you be there?
I knew I was in a piss. No face, dude. And he was like, seriously, this is a big deal. Like, all right. But then at the end, you started busting my balls for being so quiet and serious. So I thought this will be a huge laugh. Tell the Tom Hanks joke. I'm in a shit mood. I'm going to leave them fucking with a good taste in their mouths. Knock, knock. Who's there? Go fuck yourself. And everybody just stared at me, dude. I know the comedians eat their dick on stage all the time, dude, but I ate my cock right there on web camera with everybody watching.
And then everybody that I don't know that has become a fan of me was like, fuck that fucking gay cowboy. And I was like, hey, man, he didn't mean it. So he was having a bad night. Let it go. Let it go.
No, that wasn't
I defended you.
That wasn't you
at all. I defended you.
This was you.
I defended you.
This was you. You know, I don't think it's very cool that joke that he tried to make me look bad for the fucking sexy.
Sound like Michael Jackson.
I love Eve's big titties, and I was talking to her, and he fucking told the joke that I didn't laugh at. If you would have just laughed, would have all been good. It was an obvious joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Go fuck yourself.
Okay, like you were telling me tonight, because if you listen to my songs, you would learn that I absolutely love to have a misconception so that I can be judged. And then when you least expect it, I drop more awesome like talent and shit on you that you didn't even know was coming your way or I had holstered.
You already
So
used that one today, stupid.
what?
About how great you are and fucking you're underestimated. They don't even know. And you've already done that like twice. We've done this bit.
You're doing this again?
What?
Dude, I thought I told you to change your tampon before we start our fucking show. This is the second time you're acting crampy on me.
I'm just catching.
Look, dude.
I'm just catching you in your bullshit, motherfucker. That's all. All right, we're at 1 hour and 21 minutes. Are you frozen?
Nah, was that good? Anyway, no, we're not going anywhere. I have plans for tonight. We're not going anywhere. You don't have plans.
I don't have.
If you need to walk off and take a pee-pee, go ahead. Make me full screen. But I didn't even smoke with you. We got to have some kind of competition there, pal.
All right, give me a minute. I'm also.
Yeah, can't you like make something from a bottle and put the joint in the bottle and hit it like a bong? You could. You could take a. So here's the thing. You could take a Bic pen, take out everything, take the tube, and I'm sure you're used to that because you smoke crack, and then put it in a bottle, and then put the joint in the tube, okay? And then it should work. Why are we watching a fan? This is he always ruins my show. I don't need to see what this fucking asshole's doing. Anyway, by the way, there's something I haven't told you.
I'm not trying to undergo a construction project. What I would like to do, since we want to keep rolling, cool, and people are having fun, I would like to go fucking take a piss and grab a drink and see if I have any of that whiskey left and be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Make me full screen.
Full screen.
Let's stay live.
All right. I'm down. I'll be right back.
All right. So here's the thing I didn't tell Rob, and I don't care if Rob's listening right now. Rob, just keep me full screen. Don't come back till you need to come back. Cool thing about, and I'm 35, so like I gave up on like learning about technology when I started having kids, but I didn't know that like these things are mic'd up even if I walk away. So I'm kind of do what he's doing too. Real quick, you just stay right with us, but you'll be able to fucking hear me. So enjoy. All right, so I'm not going to say what I'm doing. We can play a guessing game. If you're watching right now, in the comments, tell me what I'm doing. Not what you think. If you think it's the obvious thing, you're wrong. Yeah, you are. You're wrong. Trust me, you're wrong. Something tells me you think I'm lying, but this is the thing about that. I'm not. Or I could just be a liar. But I'm not lying. When I get back on camera, I'll tell you exactly what was going on.
Why is it so quiet, motherfucker?
It wasn't quiet. Hopefully, if we play this back, you can see what I was, or hear what I was doing. But anyway, if you heard what I was doing, I was not taking a pee.
I hear nothing.
I, in fact,
heard quiet.
Was sitting down.
Shut the fuck up.
And that was coming out of my ass. Ah, you were wrong. All right. So anyway, I think Rob's back. Rob, I know you live in like a one-room efficiency, and your kitchen is right near where you're sitting right now, and you were saying you couldn't hear me, but I remember that one time I walked off camera, you could hear me. These buds are mic'd up, so when I walked off camera, I was talking the whole time, so it might have been not as loud.
You got off camera? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I went and
Huh.
I played a game with the viewers, and I made some sounds, and I was like, "Hey, viewers, bet you can't guess what I'm doing. It sounds like obviously, but it's not." And then when I
That
came back
that
on
whole I'm
camera,
sure that whole period, whatever listenership we have going on, took a bathroom break. They saw me leave and said, "Oh fuck, there goes the talent."
Rob, when they saw that Rake Yan was not on the show tonight, that's when they said, "Fuck this,
Now they
this
were
fucking
piling in. They
asshole."
were piling in for a while with that rake.
Really?
Hell yeah,
Hey.
it was
Well, you
looking
know
good.
what, guys? For those of you who aren't here anymore, but you were here in the beginning, I gotta say, that means a lot to me. Thank you. And I know what you really came here for.
Oh,
Wait, there.
the
Oh,
gun show.
what? What? I haven't worked out in months, right? Except, a little bit. But anyway, thank you. Um, Rob, wait, did your hat get curlier? It looks like you look like okay, I see. It's the way you're sitting. It almost looked like you had like a Boris and Natasha type hat on.
That would be cool.
Yo, did you ever curl the end of your mustache?
No,
Okay, you should. And then you should come up with like an alter ego wrestler name, like the French Tickler.
well, you know that I'm all about character work. I love that shit.
I know Casanova told me in his interview what you do in the bedroom.
Yeah, no, he didn't. You know how I know? I was producing that show, stupid. I know exactly what he said.
But you know what you don't know, motherfucker?
What? What don't
Is
I
this one time
Gang
you
camp?
were in Florida with Casanova and we were on, I think, Leatherface's show and you were really fucking angry? We found out why. You see, me and Leatherface don't just do this type of podcast shit. We also bought stock in that show called Cheaters, and we were on location, okay? And we found out that Casanova wasn't even cheating on you, okay? He just wasn't interested in making love. And you were fucking angry. And I got to tell you, buddy, every time you have a bad moment, stop getting on these podcasts. I like you this way. So stay like that. I got more to say. I'm going to roll with this. He thinks he's being funny. So, and if you're watching, guys, and if you're watching it re-recorded or whatever, tell me how funny Rob is. And if he's not funny at all, don't be kind. Don't be PC. That's
At
not what
all.
we're about. We're about being yourself. Let
Fuck that.
me and Rob know how you truly feel about Rob because Rob says he can take it, even though he has feelings. So let's do it. And by the way, dish it at me. You want to know why I can take it? Because YouTube doesn't let me see the negative comments.
I have
So
an
you keep.
idea.
What's up?
I had an idea. I'm going to share it with you and everybody who's listening. Hope nobody steals it. But like all this celebrity fare that we have that comes in and out of this network and all these different shows, I think we should throw out some lines and get some advertisers, some sponsors to get involved. And we should do a roast of a celebrity. Everybody in the Off the Hook crew does not, and I'm not talking about a podcast. I'm talking about an actual live in-person thing. Giveaway tickets, sponsored Off the Hook, boom. Put it out there, do it an actual roast.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm down. But my only thing I have to say to you, the listeners, the viewers, what have you, especially the 13 or 15,000 fucking subscribers to the Off the Hook network that don't even fucking care anymore. If one of you are listening, tell all those motherfuckers,
Come
hey,
back.
we're back
Yeah,
and we're here and there's new content and there's fucking 13 to 15,000 of you. Okay. And we're here for you guys.
We're actually getting.
I don't do what Rob does. Okay. I don't have some fucking lame ass show that no one watches and dedicate myself to it. Like I'm here because I know you're watching and I'm going somewhere. Unlike Rob. He's a loser, but at the same time, some of your friends are going to be losers, but you can't abandon them. He doesn't ride my coattails. All right. But I'm never going to let this guy, I'm not going to say, fuck you, Rob. Fuck you, Rob. I'm doing better now. You know what I mean? I'm always going to support whatever Rob does.
Dude.
I love you, Rob. It's all good.
Jesus fucking Christ. That made me tear. That was good. Oh.
All it takes is Rob heckling me for over an hour, and I should stop because it just gets juicier. I shouldn't go for it. So I keep procrastinating on hitting the bong there. Another thing,
almost the whole joint waiting for you to take a hit off that bong. Come on, get to it.
Well, wait, I'm gonna hit this, but one thing I need to tell you, I'm just gonna say this. I can't tell you how, why, or where because I'm still establishing the contact. And if anybody's watching, or hey man, if the person I'm about to talk about's watching, yo, hit me up. We're like establishing a contact with Howard Stern. So, no promises to the Off the Hook network, but we're trying to, take our friends along with us. You know what I mean? Meaning everyone on the network. I don't personally like, I was gonna say Rob. I love Rob. No, I don't personally like Jimmy Castle, but at the same time, I don't discriminate. I mean, I think I don't like him because he just looks like a huge walking penis.
He does.
And I got to get over that. I got to get over that. When you're mad at people sometimes, or you don't like people in a movie, it's just because whatever they're doing well. And he is really good at being the physical embodiment of a fucking flaccid penis. So I gotta let that go, and I still gotta support him in whatever he does. What the fuck does he do anywhere? He's always working on something. Is he like Tim the Toolman? What's that guy's name?
Taylor. The Toolman Taylor.
Yeah. Is that what he's like? Is he just always in a project?
Jimmy's a fucking psychopath. I never know what he's up to. I just jump on when he needs me to jump on. Yeah, Jimmy is a fucking psychopath.
I feel like he's at a different situation where something's being worked on each time. And then when he gets off, he's murdering whoever's with him. And he's like taking a car, or he's stealing like a vault of money, or he's always doing something. What if he's like, nah, never mind. I'm not going to give him that much credit.
I mean, we all know he likes to mule heroin up his ass. We know he digs that. And that's a good way he makes some decent extra income.
Even though he doesn't have to, he just likes to feel like he's in Breaking Bad or something.
Yeah, he just fucking packs a suitcase up and hits the road from Mexico back over to probably fucking Arizona or some shit and unloads it all out of bowels and small intestine.
The next time he takes a trip, he's so fucked because of this podcast.
Come here.
Look at it. Customs has his ass.
You're
so screwed.
You're suspect. We want to talk to you. Come here. Did you
right.
Did you hit that?
What'd you say? No, I'm getting like drunk. I don't even know how.
Fucking weed.
How do you get drunk off something pink? I feel like a female.
You are a female. It's cool. You're my pretty little lady, McElroy.
I'm a chick with a dick.
There are no such things as chicks with dicks. They're just dudes with tits.
I don't have tits. I have a wiener.
I didn't say you have. Never mind. Stupid.
Look, check it out. There's no denying I could have been in Tu Wong Fu. All right? There's no denying it. All right? But don't say I have boobs.
Don't fucking tell me don't do anything. Kick you right in your pussy.
Oh. Fucking rapist. I'll tell you no whenever I want, you motherfucker, and I'll punch you in the face if you don't stop.
Right up in that pussy hole.
Look, take your fucking penis envy out on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll swing around on your dick every time I come up. I'm gonna punch you right in your taint. Just bam.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. He said he's gonna swing around on my dick like he's at a fucking carnival, like he's trying to win a prize.
As soon as it was coming out of my mouth, my brain was trying to put a "don't send," but it was too late.
Exactly. Exactly. You see, ladies and gentlemen, he's talking about as soon as it was coming out of my mouth because the load was too big. Listen to this man. You know what? Sometimes you gotta stop cashing that check. You know what I mean? You just gotta learn when the punchline was there. Okay, buddy. The punchline. You needed to learn when to stop.
I just fucking used this same bit on you earlier. You can't turn it around.
You need to learn. You were good. You were good. All right. You were good. You need to learn. It was going too far, right? You're like, look, hey Rob. Hey Rob.
You're a hack.
Hey Rob.
Fucking hack.
You are funny, all right? You just need to learn when to cut it out, all right? You just gotta stop.
Fucking hack.
How's it feel, fuckface?
You're a fucking
It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? And it's not even worth it to go on your bullshit ass show because no one's watching. So me and wasting A material on your show, no one's gonna see it.
You ain't getting more views than me. Sorry, pal. You just ain't.
What?
You're
bullshit. Nah, man. I saw that bullshit with whoever that guest was, and he was driving the whole time. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, Rob, that was some bullshit.
Who asked you?
Me.
That show wasn't great. They can't all be winners.
So guess what? Just like this one, when my guess is you. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like I must be very lonely today to bother still being here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, also put in the comments, who's cooler? Me or Rob? Me or Rob? You know what I mean? Look at my accessories. None. Hey, Rob, what time is it? Why are you wearing all that?
This
Inside.
fucking web camera light is so bright. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool, but like honestly, if I don't wear sunglasses outside in the daytime, bang, migraine city. My eyes are so light blue, so it looks cool, but it's also it's functional.
Oh. Okay. You sure it's not from the black eyes that Casanova gives you when you won't bend over?
They can't all be winners, man. I get it.
Hey, look, I'm here for the victimized. If you need to talk, let me know if you're, not safe.
I feel like my ears are being victimized with your fucking comedy.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I will kick this guy's ass, even if we're not in the ring. The moment we meet in person, even if this guy picks me up from the airport, I'm just gonna fucking we're gonna get arrested. We're gonna get arrested.
We don't gotta
and then we can finish it off. We're gonna finish it off once we get booked. So, I mean, we'll have a cage match. There you go, pal. Right up your alley. Loser gets butt fucked by everybody watching.
Why don't we just go to like an alley and not get arrested?
Fine with me.
I think you're counting on the cops showing up and saving you.
Oh, so you think that I'm that white?
I think that if you were smart, you would be thinking that way.
Listen to me. All I know is that something along the lines in the news with your name attached to it would be like, and they tried to reattach his dick after they pulled it out of his throat. So, look, man, just watch what you say. I still want to be friends.
We're still friends. I'll beat the fuck out of a friend if they need it. And you kind of sound like you need it. You kind of sound like you need your ass whipped. Like you need to be humbled a bit.
If I had a dime for every time I've heard that in my lifetime, do you know how rich I'd be? I'd be Bezos, bro. And I'm here right now.
I doubt it.
Oh my God. Dude. everybody that can't shut me down for whatever they want to do to me hates me even more after. So that's why I keep saying, like, I want to be your friend. Now we just got Dr. Phil. We
I don't
went,
want to.
we
I
we
don't
hit
want to. I don't
an
want to
hour
shut you
40.
down. I don't want to
We
kick your ass. You're the one who keeps bringing
what,
up getting physical. I don't want
bro?
to fight
Listen to
you.
me. Oh, buddy. See, it wouldn't even be like that. See, you're real serious. When I'd have you in a position of kind of like changing your perspective and possibly ruining your life in front of people, I'm just saying to you, I would whisper in your ear, "Hey, man, you gonna just ease up and just stop if I let you go?" You wouldn't do that to me. You'd be like, "Yeah, I tell you, did not tell you." I wouldn't do anything like that. I would be like, "Hey, man, I'll, take your balls out of your mouth if you just realize I'm the better man." Oh,
That
okay.
wasn't
So
a
we've
good
got a
one.
pissing contest. I see it through your sunglasses, bro. I'm getting you pissed.
No, no, not at all. Let me tell you something. If I thought that you had a fucking chance of taking me out in an actual ring,
Uh-oh.
I'll cut my
He's
fucking arm
pissed.
off, dude.
He's pissed.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to fight you. You keep
Bro.
bringing it up. You want to do it? You want to
Can
do
I
it?
ask you something?
But you're gonna get
What is
you're
it?
gonna get fucked up.
Listen to me. All for the fun and games, but be realistic for me here.
Okay.
What is it about me that you think is fragile? Is it just as like, oh, this guy decided to have long hair? Like, what is it that people kind of underestimate? Because when I'm in person, people are like, well, there's no reason to kind of test that guy. He could probably rip my jaw off. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know why, you guys are like, everybody on the off the hook is, maybe it's a wrestler thing. But like, how do I come off so fragile? Is it just because of the hair?
I mean, are you asking me a gimmicky question or a serious question? Because I have an
Oh,
answer.
I'm never talking gimmick, bro. Never talking gimmick. I'm real
I don't
deal.
think you're fragile. I don't think
Okay.
you're a weakling. I don't think you're a pussy. I think that I was trained how to be a grappler, a stretch shoot fighter, and you
Okay.
haven't. And you climb into my ring, into my world, and you want to have a legitimate shoot match. I don't think you're a bitch or a weakling, but I think you will lose.
Okay. So, but here's what I mean, like, we don't need to get in a long discussion here about this one, but like, all you know about me is like, oh, he's a singer, he's a singer in a band. Uh, he's beautiful. Uh, he can he can host a fucking show. But you've never asked me questions ever like, hey man, what are your skills? You know what I mean? Like any trades, you know what I mean? Like you didn't get to know like my background. I never asked you because, you're you're passionate about wrestling. But yeah, everything you know about me and all I do. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, listen to those lyrics. I even say in the lyrics, don't. It's not a whole like you already said the underestimate. I'm talking about misconceiving the shit out of me. And the only reason is because like I feel like I feel like you're in the same boat. I think everybody's in the same boat. You're trying to tell me, hey man, you're saying this, Tristan, but at the same time, you're trying to explain and let me know. I don't think you get it that this is my stomping ground. This is where I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I
Where
get what you're doing.
in a wrestling ring? What the fuck are you even?
Right.
What are you even trying? That's not where you're stronger than me. What are you trying to say? Are you fucking high? Give me a break. Look, dude. I wouldn't
Always.
say to you I could fucking go hit a stage and fucking rock a microphone rap battle with you and I could take you.
Nah.
You'd smoke me. You step into my world. Look, I don't care if it's Chris Casanova. Everybody knows if I'm involved in a real fucking deal shoot, you are my enemy as soon as that bell rings until it rings again. And I'm going through you. I don't give a fuck who you
Okay.
are.
Okay. Well, I think hopefully it'll end up
Not
other
happening.
than how
Great idea. I don't want to have to be
hey,
I have
other
four
than
minutes.
that, it could turn out to be like, hey, I really have respect for Tristan.
What if I already do going in? Isn't that good enough? I have to
What
beat
did you
you
say?
up. What if I already do going in? Is that not good enough?
Okay.
Like I have to
It's
beat
not
you up.
about that. It's about
Hold on a second. Quit stepping on my line, stupid. Do I actually have to beat you up and then get respect for you? I can't just have it before and we just avoid you getting beat up.
I think we owe it if we're gonna be in the spotlight, and no, that does not mean it's a gimmick. I just think I like I said, I walk the tightrope. So, we have people watching and people listening, and
Yeah, but I'll
I'd
power
rather
bomb
say
you.
like,
I'll
oh, what was
power
it? What's the
bomb your
next
bitch
step in the
ass
shit
off.
talk?
I'll power bomb your ass off that tightrope. Whoosh.
Okay, here's what I have to say to that. I understand, and I take it seriously. Everything that you know, everything you've been trained in is real. Okay, and I'm not making fun of that. Um, sorry, I'm not making fun of it. No, I'm saying you are trained and rest. I don't think it's fake. Okay, um, but
Careful,
it's
motherfucker. Careful. You're walking a tightrope right now. I'll tell you that much.
no. So
No, yes.
no. All right, well, I'll drop that one
All right, good.
if you want.
I'm just
I mean,
what do you see as you benefiting from the outcome of you getting into a ring with me? Like where's the pot of gold for you? Because getting beat up
okay,
is
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. So wrestling's your passion, right? It's your thing, man, right? This is
sure.
what you're about, right? Okay. It's not just because in a match you could be serious and I'm your enemy or whoever's your opponent is your enemy and it's in your mind it ain't fun and games when you're taking down an opponent, yada yada yada. But
Oh,
what
hey,
I'm saying is,
you got that wrong, player. You got that wrong.
so it is.
That's if it goes shoot. If it turns into a shoot, that means if it gets real.
Okay, so what I'm saying is it'll be a real match, but regardless of it being real and us not going easy on each other, no matter how more trained you are, I'm saying it.
Okay, let's say
It's
that let's say it's a show match. We're doing this thing like our match after a purple sticky fucking set. Then you're gonna hop in there and you're gonna wrestle me. We're gonna do 10 minutes. I'll pretty much smack you around for 5 minutes. Then we're gonna do a lot of like real fast, quick little spotty things that are gonna interject comedy and heart into it. Then at the end, I'm gonna get arrogant. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me for a minute, and then you go over. No, that's how it would go. That's how you would get everybody frenzied. I'm out there just fucking dominate you for a little bit. You manage to do a front roll and drop kick me in the nuts. Boom. Oh shit. Fucking just like you trust me in the wrestling business. Don't shake your head. No, I'm saying if we're doing a show match, I could take you for like 2 days into a ring, teach you how to do what you need to do well.
well, I mean, all I'm saying. So what I was getting at is, uh, as friends, it would be the next step in our relationship. So regardless of the winner or the loser, the outcome for me would be that was fun. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. So I'm not saying you're gonna lose. Okay, I'm not saying
Good.
I'm gonna win,
Good.
but I'm also trying to get you to underestimate me. So what you know what I mean? And that's all I'll say. I won't joke about that part. But that's the thing. What I've learned in my lifetime is let your opponent think whatever they want. You know what I mean? There's no reason to convince them until you need to show it. So I mean, but in the end, like It's all in the end. I'm gonna be happy regardless of the results, and that all. Yeah, say I'm the loser. I'll be smiling. You leave my fucking face alone, and I'll be smiling. Tell me what to leave alone on you. We'll have a deal. But the point is no, it's fun. That's where I'm coming from. So don't think I'm trying to prove shit that wrestling's fake or you suck or any of that shit. That's where I'm coming from. If you want me to be honest.
That was kind of difficult to follow.
No, it wasn't. Everybody listening is agreeing.
You can't speak for
You
people.
stupid fucking cowboy. He's saying girls just want to have fun. Let's just do this thing. Like I'm not here to prove anything. That's the whole point of listening to that EP. One of the songs called "Nothing to
Then
Prove."
why the fuck do you keep bringing it up? Obviously, it means something.
Because I have the gift of gab,
Now you
and we're
keep bringing it
on
up
a
like you
podcast.
want it.
Okay,
Then
sure.
I try to tell you,
Maybe
oh,
I
you
do.
want to do a gimmick? We'll do a gimmick. You're like, no, I want to do it for
I don't
real.
want to do a gimmick.
But you don't want to do it for real. You don't want to wrestle me. You want to have a match with me, where you get to have your fun and walk away from it with all these awesome feel good memories. And that was sick. And oh, the way that we worked the crowd. And that's
No.
listen to me, that kind of a high that you get from that, like they don't make a drug as good as it. They make drugs to come close, right? But not like that when you got everybody just right there in the palm of your hand. You're all working like synergy, baby. That's what we would do and probably find success with it, especially if it was at or after one of your concerts. And I'd lay down and let you look like a fucking $1,000,000.
You just blew it now because now anyone listening knows
No,
you're
they
playing.
still want to see it. Wait, everybody thinks wrestling is real. I just don't like the F word because it's not. People think, oh, wrestling is fake because wrestlers say it's fake. No, we don't. We say it's a work. Like we go out there with an idea of what we're gonna do, but most of the time, like guys like me and Chris love to work with other wrestlers that we just say this is the finish, and the rest of it is see you out there. Don't try to pre-roll out a bunch of shit. But for guys like you, who is new, who would be doing a niche kind of performance for your crowd, yeah, I'd take you into the ring, show you some things, have a great fucking match. Have an
Hey
actual
man,
professional match, like on TV.
I got you. I mean, but you don't know anything where I've come from. I mean, for all you know, like
But that doesn't matter.
I could
It doesn't
have
matter.
I could have been matched up with the Miz
I don't care about any of that. All I
on the
care
real
about,
world.
all I care about is my gut says I take you. I can take you.
Oh,
I don't
honey,
care
you're
about
trusting
who
your
you
gut.
are, where you've been, as long as you love me.
No, sweetheart. Look, I just want you to go into this if this ever happens as the way you're saying it. Don't go easy. Say, for some reason, this guy wants it. And, however gay way you put it, like, this guy wants me inside him. Like, however pump yourself up.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
When,
What
if and when,
subject are you on?
what are you drinking and smoking? How do you not understand every time I talk? I'm saying if and when this fucking match happens, okay? Don't yeah, sure, it'll be fun, but like I'm not trying to be fake about it because that's the F word.
Well, that's
And just
stupid.
don't ease up on me because like
I
I'll
won't. That's the problem. I won't. I'm going through you. This is
so I'll
a
be able to
good
use
idea.
so are we but we can't use so it's just like hands. We can't like
Of course, it's
nothing
just
like on
hands. It's a
TV.
match.
Can't
What
so you're
chairs?
not gonna beat my ass with a chair?
Of course not.
Okay.
There's gimmicky ways to do the chair so you don't really injure somebody. But no, this is a shoot. It's a real go through, going for the fucking higher end match.
Yeah.
and you'll just be the dude who's in front of me. Like, where's my paycheck behind me? That's fine, but the dude in front of me, you're just work. I don't care if you're bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man of the whole damn town. I'm going through you. At least that's what I believe until I'm the one who loses. But that's what it takes. You've got to defeat me to beat me.
Bad Leroy Brown.
I've got a stupid high pain threshold.
Just Boston or the Eagles? Who did that?
Jim Croce.
Totally in left field is where I was at on that one.
Yeah. Badder
Back
than
then.
old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog.
All right, so I think in 5 minutes we're gonna end this episode because Rob just showed how old he is.
I appreciate
Anyway.
brilliant music.
I'm just fucking with you.
That's why I don't listen to Purple Sticky.
Ah, fuck this asshole. All right, you know what? Nah. All right. I'm sorry. You know, did you? Never mind. I'm not gonna bring that up. I just want to put this out there for whoever's listening. I figured out how to get like famous real
Are
quick.
you coming
and
out
I'm
of the
gonna
closet? Are you coming out?
The musical one.
All right.
So Purple Sticky will be putting out a country song because every country song goes big. So get ready because this guy, he's living in Pennsylvania. He drives a Ford and she's in a relationship and he's got stories. So country song coming your way. I'll be famous by 2022. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, because of a country song. And it's gonna be sad. But you wait and see. I'm gonna dominate. I guess I'm gonna hit this again. You never made anything for your joint because you're a quitter.
I told you I wasn't
See how our match is gonna
undergoing
go.
any construction. So fuck you, pal.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Like
Huh, that's a good point of view right there.
you have to say you.
Keep your head down there.
You.
Take it easy, angry Jesus.
Listen, mother. I can do what I want.
Jesus Christ. Water into wine, motherfucker.
Dude, I got like 2 minutes. I gotta finish the bottle.
All right, boy. There you go.
Snoop, sponsor me.
Yeah. Get a crack-a-lackin'.
I like Snoop Dogg, even if he's pink. It's like, ow, what the fuck? All right, so Rob, even though you were a huge pain in the ass, I thank you for joining me tonight.
Hey, fuck you very much.
I mean, after 2 hours, I don't think I ever want you on my show ever again. But that's okay. It's called a learning process. So, also, if you're watching right now, guys, let me know if Rob should stay on the show as my producer or if I should fire him and have the weirdo executioner become my producer.
Fuck that,
Because,
dude. He can have it.
He's so. Don't talk to me like one of your fucking whores. Like, I don't need you, bitch.
I don't.
Don't talk to me like that.
I don't.
Are you doing this on the air? We're seconds away from ending the show, and this is what you're doing. I don't like you when you. Have you been drinking tonight?
No. Nope.
That's sad. So you're a dick without alcohol too, huh?
Aw.
Interesting. I wonder why you're single.
Poor little perp got his feelings hurt.
No. So I'm gonna end this on a rip. So everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Happy Thanksgiving. Rob, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week with the full cast or main cast of Stone Age and the writers. Everybody, peace.
Neat. Later.